the mic stand anymore. I mean, I'm going to try and read my script here. That's fine, but let's go on with our next performer here. A little bit about it, actually. One of the greatest things that's really exploded in this whole nerd world is cosplay itself. Now, our next performer is a dancer, actress, and cosplayer from Chicago, who's also a page model for the wonderful world of cosplaying. She's known for many of her Disney cosplays and her iconic Symmetra. Now, you may have seen her in a certain video with Dee Pitty or her video dancing with Anjali Bhamani, aka the voice of Symmetra from Overwatch. She's here to grace us with a dope AF performance as Korra. So let's see what the avatar has to bring to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Utahime Cosplay.
Thank you. Well, that was pretty much it. Have a good night, everyone. No. Just kidding. No, but thank you for the intro. Thank you, Zoe and Allie, for having me. It's just an awesome experience, just like being here in front of like such amazingly talented people, and being able to share our gifts and talents, you know, not only with each other, but with people who have never seen us perform before. I mean, it's awesome. I'm basically here today to talk a little bit about cosplay. I mean, I was racking my brain. I was like, what can I do? I tried to write poetry. I can't rap like this guy over here. I mean, I wish I could. I mean, that was sick, man. And I heard mention of my character, which we'll get to later. So I appreciate that, bro, that shout out. So cosplay. How many people in the room do you know what cosplay is? Yeah. Let me see some hands. We're gonna be like elementary school. Yeah. Okay. All right. Some people know what I'm talking about. All right. So it is defined as basically the act of dressing up as your favorite characters from, let's say, comic books, anime, video games. But I really want to know, since I saw a lot of hands, and please raise your hands high as possible, and as proud. How many of you guys cosplay? Yes, I'm not the only weirdo. Yes. I mean, you'd be surprised how many different reactions I get when they find out about my secret double life as a cosplayer. I get a lot of different reactions. I mean, they're like, who at your age dresses up as a superhero or villain? And I'm like, I do, because I'm cool, okay? All right? And it is pretty freaking awesome because of the fact that we have an opportunity to be gutsy and go out there and dress up as our favorite characters, the people who inspired us, characters like Wonder Woman or Superman. And I mean, that takes a lot of guts and courage. And just like, I mean, it's an art. There's an art form to it. It's a way to express ourselves. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. And what's great about it too is that, you know, it doesn't matter what age, gender, sexual orientation you are, it brings everybody together because we all share a love for our favorite fandoms. And growing up, it was interesting because I didn't really connect with a lot of people my age. Because I love video games and I love, how many Star Wars fans in the house? Right, all right. Yes, I did have an R2-D2 phone. Yes, and I was very proud of my R2-D2 phone. My grandmother got it for me for my birthday, and I was pretty freaking stoked. But yeah, a lot of my classmates did not share that same passion. But you know, I was more quiet and introverted than I am today, and I was bullied a lot, and it was tough. I mean, not just like simple bullying. Like literally, where I would come into the classroom, my desk was emptied out, and I had a backpack thrown in my head, my hair pulled by other girls in the classroom. It was tough because I'm like, I didn't feel like I belonged, and I was already struggling with the identity crisis because I'm multi-ethnic. So it's like, where do I fit in, you know? Until I found the wonderful world of cosplay and the geek community. And I found a place that I belong. Other misfits and people who are not understood, just like me. And not only that, the fact that cosplay is not only our self-expression, but we got to use our gifts and talents. If that's dance, if that's art, if that's martial arts, whatever it is, we get to incorporate that into our craft, which is beautiful. I remember I got a question from a follower of mine. Mind you, this was before I actually created a separate page for cosplay. And I did that for this specific reason. So the gentleman tells me, he's like, I see that you seem to like cosplaying, but I don't understand why you focus on cosplaying when you could do real modeling and focus on your acting skills. That literally, I know, right? Like, oh my God, it's really, okay, all right. So how did I respond? Excuse me. No, I didn't do that, I promise, I'm not that rude. But my response was very calm. I just told him, I was like, well, that's one way to look at it. But really, how is cosplaying any different from acting, modeling, or dance? It's, as I said before, you're expressing your craft, but also too, you're telling a story. It's just a different way of doing it, a different method. Am I correct? So you basically, as a cosplayer, you're taking your favorite character, you're practicing, rehearsing, trying to master their mannerisms and characteristics, even the way they look, from the top of their heads to the soles of their feet. And that's a craft, that's hard to do. And you see these people walking around at conventions and, doing these photo shoots, and they are killing it. And I think that it needs to be appreciated for the fact that it may not be the way that you think that someone should express themselves. But how can you say that one art is better than the other when all we're trying to do is just spread love and tell stories, but just in different ways? Because we're all unique. I mean, it would be pretty boring if we were all the same type of person. And I think that we're going through that now, even in the media, where, unfortunately, there's still some people who don't accept the fact that we are a big melting pot. And I mean, I definitely think that the world is more interesting when we all have different personalities, all have different interests, and we all have different talents. So I guess, in a way, I'm just trying to express to you guys that cosplay and the geek community really did save me in a lot of different ways. I was struggling with depression and going through so much inner turmoil growing up, just trying to figure out who I was. And it wasn't until I found my cosplay family that, I really felt like I found my calling. And, mind you, as like any family cosplay communities, we have our ups and downs, we have our drama, but in the end, I wouldn't trade any of my friends that I've made over the years and all the amazing experiences I've had going to conventions and other events like this for the world. So let me explain, because of course there was mention already tonight. Thank you for the shout outs. Hey, where's my fellow Latino? Hey, yeah. He's our Danny Gonzalez, the amazing comedian who came up here before. I am dressed up as Korra. If you're not familiar with the series, it's from Legend of Korra that was aired on Nickelodeon. It's an animated series that came after my other favorite show, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and brief synopsis of basically Korra. And he kind of touched on a few little things about Korra. She is the Avatar, and the Avatar basically can bend or manipulate different elements. So that's fire, water, earth, and air. And with that gift, she's able to basically help bring balance and peace to the world. Mind you, when I first started watching the series, I thought she was just a bratty, know-it-all teenager, and I was like, no, please bring back Aang and Katara and all my other homies, because I was not about her at all. But then I realized that the reason why I didn't like her is because I saw some attributes in that bratty, snot-nosed teenager who thought she knew it all. I saw it in myself. I totally was like her. But it's that beauty in the writing that basically you're able to relate to the characters. And I personally love portraying characters that I can relate to. And that's what I guess allows me to bring the character to life, because of the fact that I make those connections. Now mind you, I also love the fact that Korra wasn't your typical hero, because she's a teenager, so she's going through all these different things. So they touch on, which I love, and it's a very woke show. If you have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender or Legend of Korra, please do. It doesn't matter what age you are. They touch on things like gender, race and gender equality, love, politics, all the different things that are very relevant today. You will see that in the storyline. And you get to see her journey, her inner demons that she has to fight in order to become the avatar, the person that she was destined to be. So I guess I'm going to close it out because I know we have another amazing performer, but I just wanted to give some people who may not be familiar with cosplay